Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Tuesday, July 4th, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comment section below. The Athletics hit the road for a 6-game swing before the All-Star break kicks in. They were able to pull off 2 wins against Chicago over the weekend, their first win streak since they won a season-high 7 in a row in mid-June, though it was short-lived. Over their last 5 losses, the A's allowed a grand total of 48 runs. They still possess the highest team ERA in the biz at 6.07 and the highest whip at 1.57 through 86 games. The Oakland pitching staff has yielded 810 hits and 125 home runs, both second most overall. Sears got nicked up for 5 earned runs off of 5 hits and 3 walks over 4 innings in a loss to the Yankees last time out. The Southpaw has lost his last 3 starts and the team has gone 4-12 overall when he has started this year. The Tigers returned home after a 4-3 road trip, which included 3 wins over their last 4 games. Their current 2-game win streak is their first since they won back-to-back games back on June 18th and 19th. Over their last 4 games, the offense pumped out 31 runs and 41 hits. Through 83 games the offense was hitting just .231, the third lowest mark overall, as were their 327 runs scored. Spencer Torkelson went 2-for-3 with a home run, 2 RBIs, and 3 runs in Sunday's win. He's hit safely in his last 5 games, with 4 home runs, 8 RBIs, and 7 runs. The Tigers have been winning their games by a decent margin lately. In their last 4 wins, they have averaged a margin of victory of 3.8 runs per game, and 8 of their last 9 wins have come by at least 2 runs. Skubal should be excited to be back in the starting rotation, and he will be facing a struggling Athletics lineup. 5 of the Athletics' last 6 losses have been by 2 or more runs. The Tigers are not a great home team, with a record of 18-21, but they are still better than the Athletics on the road, with a record of 12-32. Based on these factors, I believe that the Tigers are the more likely team to win this game. I am betting on the Tigers with a run line. These 2 teams have not met yet this season, but between them have had 89 games go over the respective total. Despite these being 2 of the 3 lowest scoring teams in the game this season, both offenses have stepped their games up of late. Oakland has scored 7 runs in 3 games in a row and has scored at least 4 runs in 6 of their last 11 games. Detroit put up 14 runs in their last game and have scored 6 or more runs in 5 of their last 13 games. If they can put 8 on Texas, they can certainly do the same to the Athletics. Sears has given up 6 home runs in his last 4 starts for the A's, and who knows how short of a leash Skubal might have. The over is 5-0 in Oakland's last 5 games and 4-0 in the Tigers' last 4 games following a win. Take the over. Los Angeles Angels vs San Diego Padres. So far this season, the Los Angeles Angels have been extremely solid as they are 4th in the majors with a .774 ops, while scoring 4.98 runs per game in that span. Center fielder Mike Trout, .858 ops, 18 HR, has been doing well at the plate and has been on fire as he is slashing .296, .397, .611 in his previous 15 games. The San Diego Padres have been doing a decent job offensively throughout the season, as they are tied for 17th in the sport with a .719 ops, while scoring 4.44 runs per game up to this point. They have been doing a good job hitting for power as they have 101 homers as a team, which is 11th. Right fielder Fernando Tatis Jr., .867 ops, 16 HR, has been on a tear as he has a .320, .391, .598 line with 7 homers, 22 RBI, and 25 runs scored in his last 30 games. The starting pitchers for this game, Shohei Ohtani and Joe Musgrove, have similar home-road splits. Ohtani is 3-1 with a 4.03 ERA and a 1.08 whip in 7 road starts, while Musgrove is 3-1 with a 4.34 ERA and a 1.21 whip in 7 home games. However, the Angels have been much more powerful at the plate than the Padres in the last 30 days. The Angels have hit 49 home runs as a team, while the Padres have hit 34 home runs during that stretch. The Angels have also won 6 of their last 7 road games against the Padres. Based on these factors, I believe that the Angels are the more likely team to win this game. When looking at the pitching splits for these guys throughout the month of June, there is a lot to dive into. Ohtani finished 2-2 with a 3.26 ERA and a .228 opposing batting average, while Musgrove was a perfect 4-0 with a 2.25 ERA and a .252 batting average against. These bullpens have been doing extremely well throughout the year, as Los Angeles is 8th with a 3.66 reliever ERA, while San Diego is 6th with a 3.65 bullpen ERA thus far. The under has hit in 5 of the previous 7 games against one another, so go with under 7.5 runs here. Atlanta Braves vs Cleveland Guardians. The Braves are playing their best ball of the season at the moment, and they've won 9 of their last 10 games. They currently have the best record in the league and will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Guardians, which will give them their 10th win in their last 11 games. Atlanta is averaging 5.66 runs per game. Their .272 batting average is second in the league. Their .341 on-base percentage is also second, while their .497 slugging percentage leads the league. Ronald Acuna Jr. leads Atlanta with a .366 batting average, while Matt Olson leads the team with 28 home runs and 68 RBI. Atlanta's pitching has been one of the best in the league, with the team giving up 3.99 runs per game. Opponents have a .240 batting average against the Braves, which is 8th in the league. Their 3.66 ERA is 3rd, while their 1.26 WHIP is 12th. In his last start, Allard gave up 3 hits and no runs in 4.2 innings, leading to a 3-0 win over Minnesota. They will need a similar effort from him if they want to win this game. The Guardians played well over the past week, and they've won 4 of their last 6 games. They are currently tied with Minnesota in the AL Central standings and will try to take sole possession of first place with a win over the Braves, which will give them their 5th win in their last 7 games. Cleveland is averaging 4.05 runs per game. Their .248 batting average is 16th in the league. Their .313 on-base percentage is 22nd, while their .373 slugging percentage is 26th. Josh Naylor leads Cleveland with a .301 batting average and 60 RBI, while Jose Ramirez leads the team with 13 home runs. Cleveland's pitching has been good, with the team giving up 4.14 runs per game. Opponents have a .241 batting average against the Guardians, which is 11th in the league. Their 3.80 ERA is 6th, while their 1.26 WHIP is 11th. In his last start, Bieber gave up 2 hits and no runs in 6 innings, but the Guardians lost to Kansas City 4-3. They will need another solid start from him if they want to get the win. The Guardians have won 4 of their last 6 games and 5 of their last 7 home games. They are playing well offensively and scored 15 runs in their last 3 games. Even though Allard pitched well in his first start of the season, he is primarily used out of the bullpen, and he struggled on the mound last season, finishing the year with a 7.29 ERA. Atlanta's bullpen has been very good this season and should be able to stop the bleeding, but I expect the Guardians to score enough runs to get Allard yanked early in this game. The Braves have won 9 of their last 10 games and 4 of their last 5 road games. They have one of the best defenses in the league and scored 24 runs in their last 3 road games. But they will struggle offensively in this game because Bieber has done a good job on the mound in recent starts, giving up 10 runs in his last 5 starts. He gave up 5 runs in his last 3 home starts, and with Cleveland having the second best bullpen in the league, the Guardians will keep Atlanta's offense in check. Go with Cleveland to cover the money line. Our total pick is over.